The first thing is, of course, I'm in the Spokane, Washington area.
Hmm.
Talking about our gas prices here, um, the one thing that we notice is that prices are going up drastically in our area and not going up in Idaho. Can you talk a little bit about the reasoning for that?
Well, a lot of the gasoline, it depends on where that gasoline is coming from, the price that's basically attached to it. A lot of the issues right now are really on the West Coast, and there's a border, obviously, between Washington and Idaho. These two different states are served by different refineries, and that's really the critical differentiator on why part of the state or part of Idaho is lower, whereas Washington is going up because because refinery issues exist in the West Coast. One refinery in Northwest Washington shut down for another about 20 days doing planned maintenance, and refineries in Southern California have encountered several issues, causing them to be temporarily shut down as well. And that is why we're seeing prices in Spokane up about 14 cents a gallon in the last week, whereas in Idaho, you're basically not seeing any increase because the refineries that serve Idaho and the Rocky Mountains are not having the issues that you're seeing from refineries in Western Washington.
And now, one things that our viewers keep asking us about is when we're talking about average gas prices, is it possible to get a median gas price for areas like Spokane or anything like that? For example, like last week, we had a viewer who wrote in and literally showed us the same gas station within a week had jumped up 50 cents.
Yeah, no, I don't have a median in front of me, just the average, which by the way, 4.74 a gallon for the average station today. That's up from 4.60 a week ago, even more so, up 40 cents from where we were a month ago. So this is a pretty significant jump. It's not just Spokane, it's not just Washington. This is also happening in Oregon, much of California, into Reno and Las Vegas, Nevada, and into Arizona as well, with Phoenix prices surging. All of these areas that are seeing the surge in price are generally served by refineries in the West Coast that, like I said, due to maintenance and unplanned outages, are struggling to produce as much gasoline.
And what do you think it'll take for gas prices to go down?
We'll likely have to see the situations, the refineries repaired, returning to service, and certainly that could take a couple of weeks. But given the fact that these refineries have already been down in some cases for 2 or 3 weeks, I'm hopeful that repairs are close to being completed, and these refineries could return to service in the next 1 to 2 weeks or so. At which point we could start to see gas prices receding again. But I think for now, the biggest increases are probably behind us. We may still see some minor increases over the next 1, maybe 2 weeks, but beyond that, we could start to see some relief.
And lastly, Patrick, just really quickly, do you think that, at least in our area, we will ever see gas prices below $4 again?
I think that's a strong possibility. It's going to take a lot of refinery repairs to get things back to where they should be. Gasoline supply in the West Coast is now at its lowest level in some 10 years. It's going to take a lot of time to get those inventories back up to normal levels, but it's not impossible at some point, either late this year or into January or February, that we could see prices back below that $4 gallon.